This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
We All Be is under the head of Brother Bradley with us today to share his thoughts about Darius Stewart case here in Memphis, but also what's going on around the country right now with Black Lives Matter and police brutality. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm great. I can't complain. I just think it was important. I heard some words you said today that was very, inspiring to me and controversial to some, but people heard them. But I just want to make sure you get amplified what you said to us tonight in this gathering in Bedford ForREst Park, the burial place of the first Grand Wizard of KKK, slave master extraordinaire, and war criminal. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
Well, the main thing that I want to point out is, since the Darius Stewart murder, we have noticed these passive pastors and preachers out here not stepping up to the plate. They allow this young man to get murdered on their parking lot and organize a rally with all whites. We're going to white out the march instead of black out the march. I can tell you one thing, there's no way that we can demand justice by marching peacefully. To get what you need, you have to take it. The Bible said that only way God got back heaven was him and the angels had to take it back through force. That says to you and I that we have to take back our own dignity, our own justice, and our equality by force. And what happened to Tamir Rice that we saw on the news today is the same thing that's been portrayed in the media for the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years. They allow that these white folks to say that black folks are animals. We are thugs. And the other rich white folks, middle class folks, the elites, the ones sitting in these glass houses, to think that we are thugs. And they said, well, he deserved it. But how can you make a decision or a rational decision within 2 seconds and exit in your car and murder a 12-year-old boy? That is unheard of. And we have a black president. Yes, you, Mr. Barack Obama. Since you've been in office, we have more blacks being murdered by white people. And the DOJ are not doing their job. I say that we need to file charges against the DOJ for dereliction of duty and craving differences because they're not doing their job. They're constantly being with the status quo. That means white folks are superior and black folks are beneath them. Case in point, the Emancipation Proclamation. It's not authentic. If it's authentic, then we will have the same rights as the other white folks has been getting around here. But we don't get those rights because of the color of our skin. To my black people, back to the point, we have to stand up and fight. The word is fight. You cannot get anything by on your knees praying. I pray every day. I pray for guidance. And God says, stand up and do something. If I gotta push the line, if I gotta push these things to the limit, I will. People say you're gonna get killed out there. So it be. I have to leave my mark on this world. I'm gonna leave it in the imprint where people say he did not take no mess. He don't stand for no injustices. So I ask all of y'all out there to stand up for your rights. Why do you think Tamir Rice not your son? He's not your brother. But when it happens to your son and your brother, you're gonna ask the Black Lives Matter movement to come out here and help out. You're not out here right now, so why should I help you out later on? Before I leave, it was a quote by Frederick Douglass. He said, power concedes nothing without demands. So we're demanding here in Memphis, Tennessee, Amy, we want you out of there. We want you impeached. We want this new mayor before you even get in there, you making problems. We want you out of there. Tony Armstrong, you done fell up in the backside. We know you finna roll out, but you ain't done nothing but perpetuate white supremacy. And I'm tired of that. You need to step down and tuck your tail and run, Uncle Tom. Thank you.
I want to ask you one more question before you go, Brother Bradley. This Darius Stewart case, this was Memphis Mike Brown and Freddie Gray and Laquan McDonald, but the response have been sort of say lackluster. Why do you think is the problem with people with the Darius Stewart case not getting behind it like they should in Memphis?
I would say this. When Dr. King got murdered here, the people of Memphis did something for about a day or so. And the white folks took all of their fight out of them that day. And since that moment, these preachers and pastors have been preaching this individualistic gospel. And since they do that, is name it and claim it, get yours for yourself. If it don't concern you and yours, don't say nothing. But when we have this Mike Brown situation in Darius Stewart, we had the opportunity to push the envelope a little farther. But we failed to get the numbers, and we failed to push City Hall and Amy Warwick because of these weak leaders here in Memphis, Tennessee. The black ones especially. We have 3,200 churches here. And we had 2 pastors out here today. 2 pastors for Darius Stewart. Why the rest of them don't come out? Because they're afraid that their funding will be taken away. They are in beds and cahoots with the DA, the judges, and the rest of them. And since they are in cahoots with them, they are weak. And they'll never do anything. They'll have a lot of people in their pews, but they'll never have any warriors for the kingdom of God.
Thank you, Brother Bradley. The word's great to us, and we love you, man. They keep on producing and pushing.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. So you be at the meeting on Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
So I'll see you then, and I'll have this out before then. I appreciate you, man. I heard you at the rally in November, man.
Oh,
are you from Memphis?
No, I'm actually from Chicago.
That makes sense.
But I was born right John P. Gaston, right?
But you got the hell out of here, though. You didn't lose your fire, because people down here are so out of it, man. Even young people are out of it.
They out of it.
Because they dumbed them down. They taught them to be out of it.
Absolutely.
That's why they killed Dr. King here, because it was an inside job. It was the ministers here.
Absolutely.
They got them killed.